Hello and welcome to StepZeroForYou.com YouTube channel. Step Zero For You platform brings you useful information and knowledge, books and movies reviews, online courses reviews, and other useful materials to help you to make your life peaceful, happy, and successful. For details, please visit our website www.stepzeroforyou.com. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel to keep yourself updated with upcoming videos and information on our YouTube channel and on our website www.stepzeroforyou.com.
Hello and welcome. This tutorial is about using Microsoft Word efficiently to write student assignments and research report. Some students with little experience or no knowledge of MS Word find it difficult and time-consuming to write their papers and waste time in struggling with writing tables of content, bibliography, references, citing works, and similar tasks. Objectives of this tutorial. After this tutorial, we will be able to add literature information to source base in MS Word, like name of the author, name of the article, name of the book, name of the publisher, etc. And then we will be able to configure and set our MS Word for required headings, font size, line spacing, and margin according to university, college, teacher requirements. Then we will be able to understand the structure and format of the paper appropriately. Last objective is to understand how to insert table of content, list of figures, and bibliography automatically with a few clicks. Before using MS Word, we need to understand the structure of required paper assignment or research report that we are going to write. For example, normal research report usually has three parts. First part contains title page, executive summary, acknowledgement, abbreviations used in the report, table of figures and tables, table of content. But remember, in normal assignment and other papers, this list could be different. Second part is actual body of the report or assignment, and it contains following 5 sections or chapters: introduction, literature review, research methodology, analysis and discussions, and findings and conclusions. In assignment, all or some of these sections are main headings, and in research report, thesis or dissertation, these are chapters. Most of the reports are required to use limited number of words. For example, this limit could be 2000 or 20,000 with a plus minus 10% approximation. Words written before and after the second part are not counted or included in total words counting. Only words written in this part or second part are considered as total number of words. In part 3 of our report, we include references and bibliography and appendices. Part 1 has different page numbers, usually Roman style number. Page numbers start from second page, and title page has no page number. Second part uses decimal numbers as page numbers. Configuring and setting MS Word for writing assignments and research reports. First, we should answer the following question before working on MS Word. Remember, missing this step causes waste of time and efforts and results in frustration. What would be the page margin, and what would be normal text font size, line spacing, and what would be referencing style? Normally these requirements are given in assignments or reports requirements. Here is an example of such requirements. Now we will configure and set our MS Word to meet these requirements. To set our margin, we will go to layout, margin, and then from the list we will go to customize, and then we will set our margin according to our requirements. Our top margin is 2.54, left margin is 3.80, and then right margin and bottom margin is okay, 2.54 centimeter. Click OK. For our normal text configuration, we will go to home and go to styles, right click on the normal text and modify the boxes. We will select Arial font size 12, and then format. In format we will set our line spacing 1.5, OK and OK. Similarly, we can set our heading styles by right clicking it and then modify. Here we can set our format. I don't want the numbers with the heading style, so I remove the numbers, and now our heading 1 style is selected. Similarly, we can configure our heading 2, and for references we will click references, and then citing and bibliography we want to select the referencing style, which is APA, although there are other referencing styles like Howard, but we need APA in our example, so this is the configuration. Thank you. This is the time to organize our literature review and add sources of information in MS Word. Before writing our student paper, we collect information, data, and improve our knowledge base to substantiate and to justify our arguments in research paper. So that information and knowledge usually is taken from books, journal articles, authentic websites, having academic information and knowledge, newspaper reports, interviews, academic standards reports published on the website, periodic journals, and corporate reports as well. There are other many sources of information which we can use, which is not mentioned here. And here at this point, it is important to mention that please avoid non-academic sources like Wikipedia, non-academic blogs and posts, because this will damage the quality of your research report. Save that information on a card, information including title, author's name, publisher's name and other information on cards, pages, in a notebook, or directly into MS Word document. Or take pictures on your mobile phone if possible. This information is used, the information which we have saved will be used in citation in our writings and generating bibliography and references. Check normal text for font size, line spacing, and then check margin and configure it according to the requirements. To insert title page, click insert, click on cover page, and from the list select a suitable title page. Write title of your paper, your name, student ID, your teacher name, subject name and university name, etc. Now it is time to create our main sections. So we will write name of all of the chapters and sections, main sections, on the next page after the title page. Executive summary and all of this section, and then appendices. Then we will make these headings or sections as heading 1, because every chapter or every section should have only one heading 1. So we will do it at the start to save time. All of them, they are heading 1 now, but I don't want the numbers, so I will take select none numbering. Now these are our main sections. So I will take every section, every heading on new page by using Ctrl plus break key. Ctrl plus break key means hitting or pressing Ctrl and break enter key simultaneously. So where I will put the cursor and press Ctrl plus break, it will take it to the new page. Now this is our new document. You can see title page in the first, and every heading is on the separate page. So we will go again back to normal view. As we have discussed that there are 3 major sections or parts in a report. Part or section 1 starts from title page to table of content, and we need to put different page numbers in this section. Section 2 starts from introduction chapter and uses real numbers starting from 1 as page numbers. For this purpose we need to specify in MS Word that from introduction chapter new section starts. In order to put new section, we will put our cursor below table of content, delete, and we will bring the previous heading in this page. Then we will go to the layout, go to break, and from the list we will select next page. It will take this heading to the next page and we'll start a new section out there. Now we can put page numbers in section 1, which is the before introduction chapter. So we will go to the first page of this section or anywhere, and then insert page number at the bottom right, and this will put page number in the first section. And we see this, we have number, but we need Roman numbers. Therefore we will select this, right click on it and go to the forward page numbers, and we will, from the pop-up window, we will select Roman style. Okay, and now we have Roman numbers in our first section: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here we have new section. Here from this page we want new numbers, normal real numbers. So again we will go to put our cursor here, go to insert page number, bottom right, and now we can see this, we have numbers, but it starts from 0 again. Select the number, go to the forward page number, and then select starting from 1. Okay, now we have number 1 here. Here we have decimal number or Roman numbers in the previous section, and we can see different numbers, real numbers, in this section. For data entry, to make your job easy, I would suggest to open two windows, one for Microsoft Word, one for the browser, and whatever book you are consulting or articles, you can find information about that book or that article on the internet. So open your browser, search for that book or article or whatever it is, and when you find, it will be easy for you to look in one window and then enter data into the Microsoft Word. So in this example we will be entering data about a book. Therefore we will browse that topic, go to the book, and for example the third book is the book we want to consult in our research assignment. So go to the source manager in Word, click new, and here there are two authors of this book, so we will click edit, because it will allow us to enter 2 or 3 or more authors. In first we will write the last name, first name and initial of the middle name, add, then the second author, Leonard is the last name and first name is Brian. Okay, add and OK. Then title of the book is Performance Management Concept, Skills and Exercise. We will enter that as a title. Then to enter more information, we will scroll down. Here we see the name of the publishers, Routledge, and city is New York, and the year of publication we can find it on the back page of the title, which is 2011 15. Okay, so we have entered one of our source information. Then we want to use a web page, so after clicking all on the browser, we found this web page helpful for our research paper, and we can see it is relevant to the performance management. So there is no writer name, only we can see some definitions, and we can see the name of the organization which has published this website. So we will select website, then corporate author ACAS Akas, working for everyone. Then the name of the web page is performance management. We don't need ACAS, working for everyone, so I think we should delete it. Only performance management is the name of the web page, and website is ACAS, working for everyone. Then year, we don't see any year, so we will put the current date, what to do. Then the URL, copy URL, paste it here, and OK. So we have entered the second source information. Now we will show you some examples. For example, this is a Forbes page and a document on a Forbes, very authentic website, academic website. The research reports are very popular. So how to enter their information? Select the source, fill the form, URL copy, and OK. So another example, to collect some data from a video. Here you will see, we will select a video, this video, and now collect the information from this video, put it here. OK. That was on YouTube. Similarly, an article in a journal, manage source, new, the information. Where you miss anything, just you can stop the video and watch in detail. This is very important. If you have some more information and click other detail, so you can put whatever information is available on the website, you can put it here, and that will be useful for you, because that makes your references and bibliography stronger. As we have discussed that we can change the format of heading 1 by right clicking the heading 1 style, and in the pop-up window font size, text color can be changed, and indentation can be changed by clicking format tab and selecting paragraph option. Please remember that when you make changes in heading style by right clicking it in style section, these changes will be applied to all documents where you have used that heading. But making changes instead of style section in font section in home tab, these changes will be applied to only that heading where you left your cursor after clicking that heading. For example, we want to format our introduction heading 2. Instead of modifying heading 2 style, we make changes manually in indenting. Now add some introduction text. Then we want another second level heading, problem statement, and we now want to apply same format to this problem statement heading. For this purpose, we select the introduction heading, click Format Painter, and then click Problem Statement. Our format from introduction heading now has been applied to the problem statement heading. Now we will add more headings of level 2 and normal text under these headings to complete our chapter. And with the help of Format Painter tool, we will apply same format to all these headings to make them similar and nice. The purpose of this demonstration is to understand the use of Format Painter and to save time. We could use heading styles format as well, but as a beginner, it is a good practice to learn basic tools and to play with it. Once we have experience, then we can use advanced level tools. Second important thing about using font and paragraph section under Home tab gives us freedom to make changes easily. Once we are satisfied with the format, then we can apply these changes to heading style format for whole document. Now we want to add chapter numbers to heading 2 levels. In chapter 1, the numbering of heading 2 levels are 1, 2, 3 and so on, but we want to change it. In first chapter, we want this number as 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and so on, because here the chapter number is 1. Similarly, in chapter 2, we want heading 2 levels heading as 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 and so on. In chapter 3, this number would be 3.1, 3.2 and so on. For this purpose, we go to the chapter 1, then go to the first heading. After chapter heading, right click on the number before first heading, which is level 2. Change its format. We will change its indenting and numbering as per our requirement or desire. Then with the help of Format Pen tool, we will apply same format to all second level headings. I am not recommending here to use style to change headings, because this tutorial is for students with no or little knowledge of MS Word and it would be a little complicated for them. But in future, with experience, certainly you can use that style to change the headings. We will complete our second chapter by adding level 2 headings and text under these headings. We will apply format from first level 2 heading to rest of the level 2 headings in the chapter by using Format Painter tool. Under each level 2 heading, we will add required text. We should insert citation while we write our text. We will learn how to add citation in next section of this tutorial. Let us assume that we need a table here. Click Insert, click Table and keep left button of mouse pressed and drag mouse to define number of rows and columns in the table. Excellent. Now let us insert another level 2 heading or text. To insert a figure like picture, shape, graph or table, we use Insert tab. For example, we want to insert a shape. Click Insert tab, click Shape and click on the shape you need to insert. For example, we use this shape. Good. Let us insert another shape. Click Insert, click Shape and click on the required shape. Resize and place it nicely. Now to complete our chapter, for example, conclusion is the last heading in the chapter. Let us add this heading and some text under this heading. Now we need to add level 3 headings. As we know, the number of level 2 headings start with the chapter numbers. Like in chapter 1, this number will be 1.1, 1.2 and so on. Similarly, in chapter 2, these numbers will be 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, chapter number which is 2. The numbering of level 3 heading will be chapter number dot level 2 heading dot level 3 heading number. Level 3 headings under level 2 heading in chapter 2, for example. Chapter number is 2, so the number will start 2.x, that is level heading 2 numbers, dot x, that is level 3 heading numbers. Let us add some third level heading. For example, under level 2 headings 2.3, we need third level heading and therefore the numbering for this third level heading would be 2.3.1, 2.3.2, because the third level headings are under level 2 heading 2.3. To generate list of figures and list of tables automatically in the start of the document with one click, we need to add caption to tables and figures. To add caption to table, click the table that needs a caption, click References, click Insert Caption. From the label option, select Table. In position, select above the selected item. It will put your caption above the table. In caption text box, write the name of the table. Click Numbering tab. Make sure that Include Chapter Box Number is unchecked. Click OK, click OK. If we select the position below the selected item, it will put the caption below the table as shown in this example. We can change the font and format of the caption by right clicking on it and go to Format, or click on the caption and go to Home tab and change the font size, color of the text as per your requirements. Similarly, to add caption to a figure, click on the figure, click References tab, click Add Caption. In caption, write the name or label or caption of the figure. In label list, select figure because it is a figure, not a table. In position list, select above the selected item or below the selected item as per your requirement, where you want to put the label above the figure or below the figure. Click Numbering tab, uncheck the Include Chapter Number, click OK, and then make changes to the format of the caption if you want by right clicking on it and go to the format. You can change font size, you can change color, text color, and so on. MS Word will generate bibliography or references list at the end of the document with a couple of clicks if you have saved books and articles information as discussed and explained in previous sections of this tutorial. And then you need to insert citation in your text. Inserting citations to your text is very easy after you have saved source information in Manage Sources under References tab. To insert a citation, click on the exact place in the text where you want to put citations, click the Reference tab, click Insert Citation, and from the list select the source or citation you want to insert. That's it. It was very easy and fast. Excellent. Thanks to MS Word. This is the final part of this tutorial. In this part we will generate list of table, list of figures, table of content, and to generate that we will click on the list of tables page and then go to References, click Insert Table or Figure List, select Table, uncheck Use Hyperlink instead of page number, and then we have our list of tables. Click on the page list of figures, go to References, Insert Table or Figure List. From here we want to generate figures and uncheck Hyperlink. Using Hyperlink, click OK, and we have our list of figures. Beautiful. Then we will go to Table of Content, click on it, and then go to Reference, and then left corner Table of Content, click one style, and our table of content has been generated automatically. All the headings are in their proper place, heading 2, heading 3, and heading level 1. Now we need to generate bibliography, so we go to the end of the document to the bibliography page, click under the bibliography, go to References, click References, Insert Bibliography, select a style, and we have generated our bibliography. Easy. With this function we have one problem, that they will generate heading as well. So the heading we have already generated, we will delete that heading. Similarly we will do it on the list of figure, list of table, and table of content, because these functions, automatic functions of the Word, they generate heading as well. So the heading which we have created, we will delete these headings. Here we have 2 headings, so we will delete one heading, and that's it. So now the problem is, after generating table of content and list of figures and list of table, what if we make some changes in our document? and number of pages increases, for example, or text or heading moves to the new page, or what if we generate a new figure, insert a new figure or table in our document. For that, what we do, we write, after we make some changes, we will again come to this section, these sections, right click on it and update. For example, if we insert a figure over here, so before this we had two figures, figure 1 and figure 2. Here the figure which we want to insert will be figure 1, and the name of the number of the figures in the previous section, coming section, next sections will be updated automatically. For example, we insert a figure here, add a caption to this figure, this is the name of the figure, caption. So we have generated caption for the figure. Now we need to update our list of figure and table of content as well, because some of the text has been moved to the next page from page 2 to page 3. So what we will do, we will update this by right clicking it. Here we see this article was on page 2 and now it moved to page 3. So when we updated our table of content, it will automatically make corrections and make changes. Here we added a new figure, so by right clicking and update entire table, and you see it inserted a figure 1 at page 2, and previous figure 1 and 2 they became 2 and 3. So it will not only update the list of figures, it will also update the number of the figures and everything. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you, and I'll be bringing more videos and tutorial for you guys. Please let me know if you want me to make some specific video on specific topic.